What makes Cinque Terre so alluring? Ever since I saw its pictures, I was immediately smitten. Colorful buildings clung to the slopes with brightly painted boats down at the ocean's edge. Can this beauty and complexity be captured and defined by some set of equations so that other places on the earth replicate the appeal? It must not be that easy, otherwise it would have been done by now. What makes it special? Sure, the ocean and boats are part of the reason. These are all its pleasant pictorial elements. The tumble of buildings is perhaps the element that is most difficult to understand. Is it the complexity and randomness that intrigues? The painted facades are important, even though the paint often starts to peel after a few years of exposure. The colors are well chosen from a restricted set. Mexico has colorful buildings, but it is not the same. On these colorful palettes are the traditional Italian windows with shutters, complete with wrought iron hardware. There are the little elements that contribute. Italian-style archways are built into architecture. Doors have unique charm. Street signs can be a work of art. Streets can be cozy. Street lamps do more than just illuminate. Wrought iron is shaped to perfection. Attention is paid to the details. Part of the style is plumbing and electrical that must be routed on the outside of the concrete walls. It is a distraction that most can overlook. Small patios are often suspended from these facades, most well maintained, and many with clotheslines that are functional though a bit third world. People decorate with flowers and pots. Face it, they don't have to worry about a front and backyard. A roped basket was lowered from such a patio to a street restaurant below for takeout, or should I say, take up. Residents run the little shops. One liquor store has a grumpy old man who sits in the back. Pizza and takeout places abound, but with very limited fare. Fancier restaurants also are in abundance, but not the kind of fancy that you would find in Venice or Capri. Some local artisans make and sell their creations instead of stocking their stores with cheap trinkets from Asia, though that is the norm. 5 minutes to the north is the town of Levanto. It is a pleasant town with a very nice beach. The mountains recede from the ocean a bit, allowing for more room and gentle slopes. It does have cars with sunlight traffic. Not a bad choice should Cinque Terre be booked up. Perhaps not even a bad choice to live. Perhaps Levanto offers a more realistic view of a possible urban design where tourism is a bit less of the social and architectural fabric. And there are towns yet to discover. One is visible on the walking trail between Vernazza and Cornelia, up on the top of the slope, appealing from a distance, and who knows what lessons can be learned from this place and people. With short visits, most people get only a two-dimensional image of Cinque Terre since they usually visit just the towns and the trails between. However, up the slopes behind the towns is a palette of green with terraced grapevines, olive and pine trees, and lightly traveled trails. Attempting to mountain bike the slopes quickly provides a visible and physical three-dimensional perspective. Though I started 1,000 feet up at the Montanaro Sanctuary, it was an hour and another 1,000 feet before I discovered a more convenient bike rental place at Telegrafo, a bump in the road. A relatively level ridge trail just a bit above there provides glimpses of the towns below when vegetation allows, and an appreciation of the steepness of its slopes. So, can Cinque Terre teach us lessons about architecture and design? About living with minimal environmental impact? About a close-knit social order? Can elements be bottled and dispensed where the rest of us live? Perhaps an expedition is in order with architects, interior designers, botanists, and sociologists. Such an expedition will need a guide, one that knows where to find a good slice of pizza and knows how to stamp a train ticket. CinqueTerreNationalPark.com might know of such a person.